What is up, people? Megasonic here with another video. This time we're going to be doing the review for the movie that we've been waiting for, like, I don't know, since Iron Man 1 for it to come out. And it's Avengers Infinity War. And it's the amalgamation of all the films that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. So let's see how it stacks up against the rest. Now remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because YouTube is lazy and doesn't want to tell people when our videos come out. Anyway, let's get on with this review.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses.
So the story of Infinity War takes place after the events of Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Spider-Man, and many other films. It's sort of the amalgamation of all the films leading up to what we've been working for. So ever since the beginning of Iron Man, we have been focusing on these characters grow and learn and change. So now it's their final act pretty much to their story. And this story is not about them, it's about our dude here, Thanos. His objective is to balance the world by taking out half of the universe using the Infinity Stones. Now in some weird way, you can kind of see where he's coming from. And it is a realistic thing when it comes to society. We do have problems with resources. That's the one thing we mainly fight over. As a character, Thanos really stands out the most. He's probably one of the most interesting villains. Now, this film is about the other Avengers, but it's mainly Thanos' film. And one thing about the Russo brothers they wanted to project is that Thanos is pretty much the most human villain we have. He cares more about survival more than anything, which is a complete departure from his comic book character, who is much more sinister and evil. Now, for the other stories, this all is sort of a conclusion to the rest of the Marvel universe, such as the situation with Captain America Civil War, Spider-Man, and many other movies. This is all sort of the conclusion to those stories. And that's the one thing I like about the story. It is a half roundabout story and it's focused on different people at multiple times. That's the one thing I feel like a lot of people might get confused with. If you haven't really seen the other Marvel movies, you will be laying there kind of like scratching your head.
More. So when they needed us, we could fight the battles.
The cast does a great job with this movie, obviously since they all been playing these characters for at most 10 years. This is the first time we've seen all the Marvel characters in one big film. The Guardians meet the Avengers, Spider-Man meets Doctor Strange, all these different characters meet each other and it really feels like it works. Since the characters are split off into different groups, you get to see different character interactions such as, Iron Man and Star-Lord of Cena, who's the biggest dickhead. Or even better, how about Tony Stark with Doctor Strange because he can't tolerate the bullshit anymore. But the one person that steals the show is Justin Brolin. Justin Brolin kills it as Thanos. He walks into the scene and he demands your attention, and that's what makes Thanos so good. As a character, you do feel like this is more of a human version of Thanos. This is not the angry titan that we see from the comic books. This is a man who's trying to balance the world in his own image. He doesn't really want to do it, he feels like he needs to do it, which makes his character much more interesting. The one problem I have to say is the Black Order. I love the Black Order in this film, but his thing, I do feel like certain characters I wish got more scenes, didn't get a lot of scenes, and that is Corvus Glaive, Proxima Midnight, and Call Obsidian. But however, Ebony Maw, that guy steals the show. Like, he comes in the scene and he also demands your attention too, because he's the weird Squidward looking dude.
Destiny still arrives.
All in all, we can say that Avengers Infinity War does live up to the hype. It's a great story with a great villain and great characters. It's the conclusion to all the Marvel Universe movies that we have been waiting for years. And it's just so good. Now, looking into it more on the line, it does have some problems with it. For example, the plot is all over the place sometimes, and if you're a newer viewer, you're kind of confused. But if you don't mind that wouldn't bother you as much. And you also have the fact that I feel like the Black Order was only used as fighting guys and not really given much character, which each one of them do have very distinct and interesting characters, especially Corvus Glaive. So I have to give Marvel's Infinity War a 4.8 out of 5.